Yeah, I'm live. Okay, I'm live. I don't know if anybody's here. Doesn't say, no, nobody's here. Here I sit on the internet live, virtually live. Ah! It's Easter, man. I get it. It's okay. You know what? It's cool. And I'll tell you what. I'll tell you why it's cool. Because really, when you're sitting here and you're making a video, I mean, you kind of really are just sitting here talking to yourself. I mean, you see where I'm at? You're really talking to yourself, all those people out there that can see and hear you, you're still talking to yourself. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you today a little about Bitcoin, and then we'll get to Delphi. If I may, just a little change because we got a while till anything new comes out on Delphi. So anywho, hey Dave, how you doing? I'm glad you made it, Dave. I was going to talk about Bitcoin for one little minute. And let me explain to you what happened to me. Here I am, Michael J. Katt. I live here each day, paycheck to paycheck, I like what I do. I like my life. And then one day, I was sitting right here on my couch, right there, and I'm watching a video. And then right there, one of my best friends is like, he's got his video going and, he's talking about the stock markets and woo-whoop-de-woo. And then he says something about Bitcoin. Okay, my mind was over here thinking about Julie Newmar. That's where I was at. So upon seeing this, he stops his video, comes out of the screen, stops into my living room, and he's like, hey, did you not hear me tell you about looking into Bitcoin for the 1,000th time? And he's like, you was thinking about Julie Newmar, don't lie. I go, hey, yeah, I was, So he's like, tell me you'll look at it. I said, okay, I'll look into it. So I went and looked into it. And then after a little while, I'm like, yeah, I'm putting some money into Bitcoin. And then the next day, upon looking further, I'm like, I'm going to put a lot more into Bitcoin. On day 3, I was like, everything that I have is now going to Bitcoin for a lot of reasons. The number one asset in human history and all of mankind is Bitcoin. Look it up. Look it up. I wouldn't lie to you. Bitcoin is cryptocurrency, and there's a lot of cryptocurrencies. I mean, there's like Ethereum, Cardano, there's a whole lot of them. And I want you to know right now, I'm not a financial advisor yet, but I may be one day. So don't really listen to me outside of for entertainment. Anyway, once I started looking into Bitcoin and once I started seeing that there was really great profits there, real great profits, I started putting my money into Bitcoin and I started seeing it click up like fast, like way quick. I'm like gaining money. And I thought everybody's got to know about this. So I'm here today to tell you that you need to look into Bitcoin. At least go look into it. Oh man, Michael Russell. Hey man, how you doing? All right. Oh, Katie, Bogey. Wombat, Barbara. Hey, Barb, how you doing? Corrine, David Clark, man. Glad everybody made it, man. You know what? I miss all you guys. I really do. And I was talking to Ann just today, and I said I wanted to do a video. Kind of wanted to just talk to people real quick about Bitcoin. Let them know I didn't disappear. Haven't died. Really spent a great amount of my time with my dogs. We go out in the woods and stuff. Just, But anyway, back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is sitting at 58,000. Per Bitcoin. Now, 58,000. Now, if we go back to December of 2020, it was worth 20,000. It's more than doubled its price in like 4 months. So if you buy in here, your money would as well double. You see where I'm at? And that's the beauty of it. Now, I mean, as far as like where I buy Bitcoin, I'm just holding it. Like forever. It will remain right there. I'm not ever really going to spend it back out. I'm just going to get it, hold it, because it just increases in value. They are showing now that in 5 years, a Bitcoin will be 500,000. In 9 years, $1 million per Bitcoin. I'm like, okay, I'm buying into Bitcoin. I'm like right now. So I'm buying fractions. So if you're out there and you're watching this video, make me a promise. You'll look into Bitcoin. I mean it. If you're not going to look into Bitcoin, just leave now. Please, man, just go look into Bitcoin. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, man. Terrific. Glad you're going to look into Bitcoin. You'll be doing me and yourself a big favor. Thanks. Yeah, see, Karine, she gets it, man. She just looked into Bitcoin. That's what happened. It don't take long, does it? Yeah. See? Hey, happy Easter to everybody. Hey, Jay Keller, all right, man. You know what? I mean, I'm just throwing this out there, Jay, because I mean, I was always a gold and silver person myself. In fact, I got gold and silver that I was stacking silver. But I mean, really, when I started looking at that and people talking about it, the amount of the inflation is going up and gold staying about where it was for, and I forget how long, you know, that really with inflation, if you put your well save into gold, you would be losing over the course of time. But gold is a physical asset. You can hold on to it, same as with silver. And I certainly don't have anything against gold and silver. But even though I put some of my money into that, I mean, I am still right now putting it into Bitcoin because it is going up in a crazy way. Crazy, insane. In fact, it reminds me of the roaring 20s. You know, like the 1920s, man. The markets were just going up. Everybody, including shoeshine boys, were putting their money in the market. You see where I'm at? Until 1929 when the banks crashed, the Great Depression. Yeah, it is. Exactly. And it just keeps going up. It's like, and right up, man. So, hey, Chris G, man. Right, man. How you doing, dude? So anyway, here in a little bit, I do have a guest arriving. Hey, Truth and Justice. Right on. I have kind of a guest showing up for a little bit. I mean, I wanted to make a video, didn't want to make it short and just talk Bitcoin, but also as well kind of wanted to discuss other things, you know, which is one reason why they'll be here. Hey, Bantry, how you doing, man? You seen Bantry out at the and I guess that would be kind of a like a yearly mark on the 4th year out there at the trails. I met a few people actually out there, and see, I didn't even make a video about that, but I mean, I got it all on video and I'll get to it. And I know I say that every time, but seriously, I will get to it. I mean, you know, summer is coming. I'm going to have a lot more kickback time than I did through the spring. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, you guys remember the otter? Man, I set my trail cam up down there where the run goes into the Wildcat, and there is a family of otter down there. Whole family. I was like, wow, cool, man. We have otters here. You know, I had never seen a live otter. I had never seen a live otter in my life. And, you know, until I found that dead one, which is still not a live otter. But, well, honestly, I still have never seen a live otter. I'll be honest with you. My trail cams, you know, I didn't see it live. Yeah, I did. You know what? No, I'm not mining. I likely will, but right now I'm just buying in. You know, I mean, I just go to Coinbase Pro and, you know, take my money from the bank onto there and then put it in Bitcoin. That way I have it right in front of me. I bought a hardware wallet and I'm going to put my Bitcoin onto that for safekeeping. But anyway, yeah, I kind of have the puppy's name. I mean, he is a puppy. He's now 8 months old, but now goes by Figador Newton. Figador, the big fig. See where I'm at? I like it. It's a good name for him. And everybody that sees my dog, man, they're like, man, that is one handsome dog. I'm like, yeah, I know he is. Yeah, man, I know. He knows it. He's my puppy, man. God always gives me the best dogs. I don't know why, but he does. He does every time out. Couldn't ask for better dogs than what I've had in my life. Hey, Katie, Daniel, and Truth and Justice, y'all. Glad everybody's here. I mean, this probably won't be like a very long video, and there isn't really anything new right now on Delphi, and that's another reason why I'm not really doing those like the live videos like I was. But things are coming around. I mean, when it gets to August 2nd, now that's when the Delphi talk will start picking up again as TJB goes to court. And when he goes to court and they start bringing out the items in court concerning that crime, people will start likening and seeing exactly how this transpires to Delphi. because, well, they won't go into that, calling him a Delphi suspect, but it's really the state of mind that he was in the Catholic supply store. I mean, a very sadistic man, just a bad guy. The bad guy, one you was told about when you was a kid, that's him. So, as that begins, when it comes around to August, we'll probably start, talking Delphi again. But in the meantime, it's probably just going to be me talking about items just happening. Oh, really? You know what? They did after the fact. After, next day, I'm sure was real bad. I mean, I remember when I ate the Trinidad Moruga scorpion, man. I mean, like that. The next day, bad news, man. You remember exactly what you did the day before. Hang on 1 second. I'll go get it for you. That's where I go. There isn't a fee to enter, and with the Pro, it's not really much of a fee to buy Bitcoin. It's one of the cheaper ways. Plus, you can save it right there, put it on a hardware wallet, keep it that way. That's one of the better ones for just buying. I mean, there are other ones. I got them on like as a traders trading view, something like that. Hang on. I forget what the name is off the top of my head, but you can like watch the charts live that way. Oh, wait. You got videos out, Bantry? I didn't even know that. See, I didn't even know you had a channel. Or did I? Or I thought, I forget, because I remember when you was on Incogs, I think you was talking about that. Huh. If you do, man, put a link up. Well, if you do, throw a link up down here. Kind of get people to go to your channel. Man, there's only 17 people, but it's kind of throwing that out there. All right, 3 minutes to the special guest. Can't wait for him to get here. Haven't spoken with him forever. Okay, hang on 1 second, real quick. Man, I thought I made everybody a mod. Hang on 1 second. All right. You are modded. Got parole. He ain't even been to court yet, man. She didn't say he got paroled. I'll call and tell her you said that, Karina. Well, I feel like this is what she said, man. Oh, okay. All right. We'll check that out. Who's your cold cases? Oh. Okay. Here's my only thing. How could he be paroled if this is the first time he's ever been arrested and he's not even been to court yet for first-degree murder? He can't be paroled. You would have to be convicted firstly and then be sentenced to prison to then be paroled. That ain't happened. It ain't happened. So, I mean, if she did say that, I would question like where she's at, because I don't think that she meant it like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's our guest, and y'all know exactly who it is. Say hello, Anthony Greeno. Take it.
What's going on, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever the hell you're watching from? I'm Anthony Greeno from True Crime Investigates. What the hell is going on, y'all? Wow.
Hey, what's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
What you got going on, man? You're sitting there in your uppity little studio. Look at that shit, man. No, behind you.
Oh, the computers and stuff.
Yeah, that's sweet, isn't it? So I'm living the Bitcoin dream, and you're there just editing the shit out of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Drinking from an invisible straw.
An invisible what? Is it green?
Yeah.
Oh no shit! It looks black, doesn't it?
It does. It's a Starbucks.
I'm like invisible. Yeah. Happy Easter to everybody. I mean,
yeah.
It's that time of year, and you know what? I noticed that specifically today, April 4th, is the day the flies come out.
You know what? I noticed that.
I didn't see any the other day. Up to the other day, today, bam! There's the flies.
Yeah, dude, got a Venus flytrap.
No way.
Yeah, it's right in the other room right now.
Ah, cool.
It's cool as shit. I just like to touch it.
Does it? Really? You know what? You can kill it like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck it. It's like
it's committing a slow death. Die, dude.
Anyway, what's been up, man?
Yeah, man. You know, I've been out in the woods with Doggy here, and that's really been the main of it. I mean, I don't know. It's 5 things and 10 others, but I mean, everything's dying down. I mean, it's spring, so everything's coming around. Beautiful day out. It's day really to be out hunting arrowheads.
Yeah.
Something like that. Oh, man. I got word the other day on Facebook that you were a well-known psychopath. I mean, how do you feel about that? And do you have any...
Yeah, whoever said that, I need to find out where they're at.
You know where they're at?
Yeah.
You know who it was, don't you?
I'm sure I do.
Give me initials.
Like a person's name?
Yeah.
A?
No. RL. Not that RL, the other one.
Wait, which one?
No, the one that doesn't live in Delphi.
Robert?
Yeah. And he's like passing me stuff up. He's posting it in it. He's talking about Anthony Greeno, a well-known psychopath, hangs out with Mr. X. And I'm like, who the fuck is Mr. X?
Mr. X?
Yeah, and I'm all like, man, I don't even know about this. How in the hell did he become a well-known psychopath?
People are stupid, dude. Yeah, I'm the Delphi killer.
Oh, yeah, see? There it is, too, man. There it is. You know, and maybe that's what he's leading toward. Now it ain't so much you. It's Greeno, a well-known psychopath in the area.
These people are stupid.
I wake up to that every day. And that's why I tell people I don't go watch these videos, man, because it's just watching one person be stupider than the next. Really.
I know. I say that all the time, dude. I sit there and watch other people's videos that cover the same thing. And it's like, dude, you are just spitting stuff at the mouth that we went over 4 years ago. If you're talking about the Delphi case, we done been down this road. We know all this stuff. You guys are stupid.
We went down that road. We didn't find shit. We did interviews with people down that road that didn't know about anything. that road's dead end for a reason.
Exactly. And these people are they keep going past the dead end sign into nowhere.
I was watching, and it's really good. And I mean, I don't take anything from, was that True Crime Garage?
Yeah, True Crime Garage. Yeah, they have the audio podcast.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And they were talking about Delphi.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's one of those things that when you sit and you listen and you watch a video,
yeah,
you know where it's going and you pretty much already know what they're going to say.
Yeah.
I mean, you know where I'm at because we already know where the theory is, the facts are, you know, and this and that. And a lot of people, and I mean, they were very good at it because I think they looked at this over a shorter time, you know, to really kind of get the hang of it, but they covered it better than anybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, they really did. I thought that you know, that theirs on it was really good. But again, it's just having been there and know all the, you know, it just adds such a different light to it that other people just looking at it can't relate to. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know how to better put it. You know, when you go out there and really look at that whole area and walk it and you talk to everybody and this and that, you know, you can really analyze, you know, what's going on. You know, even if you talk to law enforcement, even by what they say, what they don't say, where they stop and tend not to, you know, you really pick up on what's there that they can say and what they can't.
You can, yeah. And it's like when you're looking at it online and then you actually go there, every single person that we went there with has said, like Tony, you know, other people, they're all like, man, my perspective has just like completely changed. You know, I totally get why you know, this would have happened or this. And I didn't see that on the maps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, I see how secluded this area is, that there's not really a lot of people out here. You know, I see all this stuff. Their whole perspective changes. You know, when they get up to the bridge, they're like, wow, this is a lot higher than I thought. You know, this is a lot more scarier. Yeah, I'm not getting on that bridge, man. He almost fell, you know, because he was so he was psyching himself out on that. Yeah. You know, it's like when you psych yourself out to be like, oh my gosh, man, this is so high, I'm going to die. Like, you're prone to have an accident. Yeah.
It makes you unsteady.
It does.
Your movements, you know, you're too, you know.
You're too stiff on it. When you just can freely walk across it.
You freely walk across, dude, you're right there to the other side. You know, there's only like 3 places where you got to watch your foot when you walk, where that's it. You just right on across. Just watch where you step, you're right there. But normally when a person gets to the other side, they're more comfortable walking back.
Yeah, because they've already done it and they know what to expect on the way. A lot of people, I think, they think that the wood is going to break.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, man, these things have been here for 100 years. They're not just going to fall off. You know,
the train until 1987. Believe me, it'll hold you.
It'll hold you. Yeah. Katie had a question. She said, how many people turned out for the memorial walk in Delphi? I think I counted up to 50, give or take, right there.
Yeah.
You know, and that was coming and going.
Yeah, that was pretty good too. I mean, we went over there. You guys set that up really good.
Dude, I was surprised so many people showed up. You know, when I pulled up, man, and you and Donnie was sitting there, I was like, what? You know, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Holy cow, man.
We went out there last weekend.
What'd you do this time? Did you film?
Yeah. No, we went out there, man. Walked across the bridge, same as we always do. Got to their side, you know, right there where the orange thing is that holds the trail. Yeah. Stood there, man, and just talked about, you know, it's kind of like what we do each time. You know, we just go out there and look it over, kind of talk about it. And, you know, it's always interesting to go out there. It really is. And, I mean, it doesn't just relate to what bad happened out there. I mean, because it is such a historical, you know, area, just so much history right there. A very tall bridge that like neither one of us knew was there until this crime happened. And that amazes me.
I know, dude. And a lot of people don't get that. They're like, how did you not know that this area was there? And I'm like, man, they didn't advertise it. This wasn't advertised like, hey, man, there's a great big bridge out here in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
It was never.
That's it, too. It's in the middle of the woods. You just don't, you know, happen upon that, you know.
Exactly.
Ain't like that. You got to be told there's a big giant bridge back there, dude.
Exactly.
I mean, I was around that area since 1986. I mean, you know, going back and forth from my dad's house to Delphi many times back when the trains were running those tracks. I didn't know that bridge was there, or hell, I would have been back there all the time.
I know. And I tell people that all the time. They're like, well, Delphi advertises the trail system. So I'm like, yeah, they advertise the trail systems.
Now,
but before 25 went from Lafayette to Logansport, that was nothing out there, man. That was just old country, nothing. You know, there was no reason to go to that side of town. You know, so to know that there was a trail that starts at Samuel Milroy and works its way down, nobody would know that unless you live over in that area or have reason to be right there.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Well, you know what? Donnie had asked me, he says, well, how do you think he knew of the trail? And I told him, I says, well, I mean, on me with my thoughts there, but, you know, I says, I'll put it as a person. You know, say, and we'll say whomever the suspect may be. If they was driving up and down the Hoosier Heartland right there over time, they would naturally see that there was a trail there. You know, it says Northern High Bridge Trail right there. So I think that in seeing that, because it is a small trail, you know, it's traveled but not heavily. If somebody comes through, it's going to be a while before the next.
Right.
You know, it's been many times that you and I've been out there. Me and Donnie's been out there. There's nobody there. You know, we go out there and we're out there for 3 hours. You don't see anybody.
Nobody.
You know, and I think that's the general way of it. And I think that that's one reason why it was selected to be that spot. Because if somebody did come through, you had the advantage to do something and try to get out there before the next person came through.
Yeah, it's a pretty secluded spot to be able to do that, you know. And it makes you wonder, like, was there other trails looked at, you know, around the area? But, you know, because there are those other trails, but it's like, because they do kind of go out there. I've taken a walk on some of them since this, and just to see what they're like, you know, would there have been a better location to try this at? And it's like, well, yes and no, you know. But I think that would have been like a prime choice, just for the simple fact of once you get across that bridge, there's nowhere to go. You know, you can't go anywhere else.
Yeah, you know, the trail ends there. Well, the trail ends at the bridge, honestly.
Yeah, and then it just, I don't know why they say it ends after the bridge, because it really don't. You know, the bridge is not part of the trail. You know?
Yeah, and that's what Flosser guy told us there. He said, well, no, the trail goes up to the bridge, but CX Railroad still owns the bridge. Now, that was right when it happened. I don't know if that, I think that it's been bought, has it not?
Landmark owns it now. Yeah. Okay. They buy and preserve historic locations. So yeah, they're the ones who own it now. So they actually bought it with the agreement that CSX was going to give them like $300,000 to help replace that first pier, the one that they already fixed.
Yeah.
So they fixed that, and then the agreement was that they were going to restore the bridge and actually put guardrails on the sides of it. They're going to change the bridge completely. And when I talked to the mayor before the Memorial Walk, she said that they plan on paving the trail. The trail is going to be paved, and the bridge is going to be pretty much rebuilt. Like the wood, to where you'll be able to walk across it. They'll have guardrails on the side so you can't fall off of it.
Guardrails on this.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna, dude. You know what? We are looking at the bridge at a time where we're going to see the real history of this bridge. You know, before they started fixing it up, when it was old and creepy looking. Because when they change that, it's not going to be the same bridge anymore. It's going to be the Monon High Bridge, but it's not going to look the same. It's not going to have that whoa feeling. You know, it's just like you're walking across a big old protected, you know what I mean? I mean, it's without the sides. That's what the fun part is.
Let me tell you something. We were out there and we were on the north side of it, okay? Like right there where you get on. Well, we'd walked across and came back, and we're standing on the north side, and we're looking down at the run and the tree the guy was behind and all that, right? You know, that's where we're standing. It's like right over on that side. And I look over across, man, the Deer Creek right there, and you got the pillar on the north side and the pillar on the south side, right? Under it?
Yep.
Right there on that second pillar on the other side, there was a goose on that pillar sitting on a nest at the top of that pillar, and I got it on video.
Really?
I got it on video. It's sitting there on that second pillar, man, just like this, looking around on a nest. I'm like, man, like what the baby's going to do? Jump 40 feet down? I mean, like, I didn't know they would do that. I thought they'd be right there where they could walk in. Like, they can't fly, man. A little puffball, you know?
Yeah, I don't think she thought about that.
Yeah, she didn't give a good thought, man.
She didn't put in the long-term effort on that one.
She said, I'm flying in. This is where I lay. Can't nobody get me here.
I hope you guys can swim. They'll figure out how to fly quick.
Yeah. Can you little baby geese swim at all? You can. All right.
It comes natural. You got web feet. Let's go.
Didn't give you web feet for no reason. So funny. You looked into Bitcoin, right?
Yes, I did.
Thoughts?
I don't have enough money to invest. But yeah, I totally get what you're saying. Dude, I was just reading something on Bitcoin, and it was saying, hold on, let me pull it back up. It says Bitcoin. It says based solely on its price history, Bitcoin has been a winning investment. In January 2009, it had no value. 12 years later, in February 2021, it surpassed $50,000 for the first time. However, it can move violently, and unlike traditional markets, there are no circuit breakers or closing bells to stop trading.
Nope. Runs 24/7 all year long.
Yeah. Look at that comment. Katie says, what would happen if someone found the courage to cross the bridge?
Man, I was okay, good.
What would happen if someone found the courage to cross the bridge one way but couldn't cross back again? Are you completely stuck at the other side? Yeah. I mean, go ahead and go down the hill and then walk through the water.
You can cross the creek. I mean, and normally speaking, it's not that deep. I mean, I walked across it in the wintertime, and that was like January, something cold, man. And I walked across. It was just probably about to my knees. And it was icy cold, real cold. But yeah, you can do that. And I mean, I have crossed with a couple people that got injured. You know, got injured on that going down the hill part. 2 people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And well, I mean, the woman got up, man. I mean, she was hurt worse than, you know, I felt, you know, worse than she was saying. That was my belief. And the other guy, he fell down. Okay, like where you're going down that hill there, you know, those pieces of concrete.
Yeah.
He had stepped on like the bottom one and his foot. You seen that? His foot came out and he landed on his back onto the other one. I'm like, oh, you know, I mean, I'm gonna like drop the camera. I'm like, my God, man.
Are you okay, dude?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, no, are you all right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are you sure? Man, can you go back and get my car and drive it down here? Like, oh, dude, man, no.
No, dude.
Say you're okay, man. Look at me.
Look me in the eye, man.
Yeah,
come on, breathe
here.
here. You're all right, dude. Just calm down.
No, you know what? I mean, he did. I mean, we sat there for a minute, and I mean, you know, he got up and he's like, "Yeah," he goes, "I'm bruised, but yeah, I'm all right." You know, and he walked back across. We got into a bench. He was okay. You know, he was all right. But I felt really bad about like, well, if you could walk down over here, you know. So, oh no, I get it. Yeah. But yeah, if you walk across it, really, I mean, if you walk across it, and him and I was talking earlier, it's once you get to the other side, you know it ain't that bad. You know that bridge is going to hold you, and you can't go through, you know, like a little base spot. I mean, some of them are wider than that. You just got to watch that you're hitting a tie every time. But yeah, once you get across, usually going back, a person's a lot quicker with it.
Yeah,
and it's not going to break.
Yeah, there's only 2 spots where there's one tie missing. You know, just one of them. And that's just like, it's like if you were to set a log on the ground and step over it.
Yeah.
You know, that's all exactly. That's all you're doing is just stepping over one thing, and you're safe. You can't fall through any other slot in the bridge. It's not possible. You know what I mean? It's not possible for you to slide through because, like he said, they're like this thin between each other. Most people say it's standard railroad and they're all this, you know, they're all 8 inches and then there's like this much room in between them, but there's not. Some of them got this much room in between them. Some of them are smashed together. Yeah. Some of them got a little bit more. It's completely, it's non, you know, it's not all the same.
And if for some reason you fell between one of those where it's missing like by this wide, well, you got the steel beams down there that cross. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily go all the way through. I mean, you would have plenty of time to catch yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it looks dangerous, but it really ain't.
Yeah.
I mean, teenagers go out there and cross it every day. Nobody's ever fell off that bridge.
Ever.
Who got that? In 120 some years, nobody's ever fell off that bridge. Not one person. Sharon Parker, man. Hey, how you doing? There's Sharon.
Sharon Parker.
But anyway, I mean, that's really been the most of it. And I mean, I was hoping that kind of everybody would, but I mean, again, it's Easter. I just figured I'd just go ahead and make a video because I ain't in a long while.
Yeah, I know, man. People have been asking me, is he going to make a video? What's he doing? Is he okay?
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, I think so.
Huh?
He says, well, all these people are missing you and wondering where you were. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I've thought about it, man. Like so many times about just sitting up and making a video. Then today I'm like, yeah, I'm sitting here for a while. I'm just watching Bitcoin until it goes down. So, I thought, yeah, might as well make a live video.
Yeah.
Give me something to do.
Yeah.
Sit here and talk about, hanging out with my dog a lot. That's who I am.
What's he doing? Sleep? Oh, he's probably in the pen, isn't he?
Yeah, right. He's sleeping right now, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely fine. And if I go back like a couple months ago, as I was telling Greeno then, it's just like I don't really have time. I can't sit here and do a voiceover, man. Puppies on my arm, man, biting, And I mean, like he really came off of that now. Now he gets up, man. He's really upset if we don't go out and like walk the entire span of the woods. When we go out there, he's like, just running, just having fun, man. Today, I took him down there by the big island, right? I walked down there on the beach, where it's sandy right there before you walk out to it. He takes off running up and down the sand right there, right? He stops, looks out into the wildcat, and takes off running straight into it.
What?
Got all the way up to his shoulders, man. Stood there and turned around, came back, and I'm like, you idiot. He won't even get a bath when he runs into the wildcat. Like I tried putting him in the bathtub, dude. That's a fight. That's a fight. It? Yeah, he is not cool with a bath. Wolf would tolerate it, but yeah, he's like, nope, no. I'm out of here, pal.
He don't want that.
He don't, Not
wonder,
cool with bath.
Wonder why.
I don't know. It was the first time I ever gave him a bath, man. I mean, I picked him up and was putting him in there, and he just didn't want anything to do with it. But I mean, man, if he gets dirty, there it is. It's got to happen. I'll hose you down. I don't care.
Yeah.
So, how's everybody's? There he is. There's Donnie.
Donnie. There he is, dude.
About you, Donnie.
Yeah, we were just talking about you, dude.
Ah, there's Ivy Rose too. All right, man. See, I was wondering where Ivy Rose was. I've been fantastic, thank you. Like I said, man, I've just been hanging out here. I had a lot going on through the spring, just general stuff. Like I said, I mean, the only reason I'm not really doing anything Delphi is there's just nothing new on Delphi until about August 2nd. We're not really going to hear, about August 2nd, it'll start picking up. As he goes through court, shouldn't take long. Charges filed. There it is.
Yeah.
No. Now you don't say yeah. You can't say yeah. See, there's
say no. That ain't the way it's gonna be, dude.
That's not how it goes. When pie was offered. All right, happy Easter. Thank you, Nancy.
It's Mark Redwine.
I hope you're having a fantastic Easter. Oh, whoa. What the hell am I on? Understand. Glad to see you, though. Was kind of what, yeah, and Andrew was telling me that. And, I told her, I says, well, I'm thinking about just making a video. I mean, it wasn't anything planned or scripted. And this is kind of it. Just sit down, man, talk, kind of explain. I mean, I don't know. Nothing tough, but I mean, like, do spring. I mean, I had Puppy. He was just up one side of me and down the other, man. Wanted to play, go do. And I didn't really have any time to sit and just make a video, which I have time now, but now I'm used to just being out all day, so. But anyway, I am going to do that. And I'm going to get the standard videos done and get those uploaded. That's the, God, man, what's the name of it again? Lost in the Focus. The Final Stance. That's those, man. You made the intro for. Fantastic. Love that, dude.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool. Because, man, all you got to do, man, is just change the thing and just keep it like that. Bad, man. Love it. Absolutely love it. Man, you make intros and stuff, do you not?
Yeah.
You know what? Reach Anthony Greeno at True Crime Investigates. If you have a video channel and want a good intro, man, he can do that. He really can.
Yep, I've been doing a lot of it lately for people that I don't even know. I mean, not the typical, like what I call the Delphi squad or whatever, the people that usually cover the same cases that we do and stuff, and all the people that our normal subscribers watch. it's not even for these kind of people. You know, I got people reaching me that are, I don't even know who they are, gamers and things like that. Hey man, could you make me something? And I'm like, wow, how did you know I did that? Well, I talked to this person who said that they talked to this guy, and it's like, wow, word of mouth gets to you like that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, so then they're reaching out. It is, dude. It's word of mouth, and people are reaching out and doing some stuff, you know, asking for help with like a intro and stuff. So I don't know. I like doing it. It's fun.
Ivy Rose says, I'm interested in Bitcoin, but haven't done enough research. Now, man, this takes me right back to the beginning of this. Ivy, I'm going to ask you later to go back and watch the beginning of this. But because you missed it, and I'm sorry for those who had already seen it, but you got to go back in. You know, I had heard numerous times through numerous years to look into Bitcoin. Just go look into Bitcoin. If you're not looking into Bitcoin, why aren't you buying Bitcoin? If you're not buying Bitcoin, something must be wrong with you. I hear people say this. The other day, man, I'm watching a friend of mine's channel, man. He comes on, he's talking about Bitcoin for a minute, comes out of it, man, tells me, man, go look into Bitcoin. So I told my dog, man, I'm like, figured it out. I'm going to go look into Bitcoin. Looked into Bitcoin, started researching. Didn't take long. I'm like, yeah, you know, within 3 days, every dime I had put away was in Bitcoin. And it's in there right now making money right now. I can flip this to another screen and sit there and watch me making money. It's going up. As it goes up, so is my money. You see where I'm at? The money I put in is just constantly goes up in value as Bitcoin goes up. That's the beauty of it. I mean, wow. Banks, they don't even pay interest. Bitcoin pays better interest than banks ever paid. It's crazy. Everybody should have their money in Bitcoin. So I'm not a financial advisor yet. Give me time.
Yet. But I'll advise you to do certain shit with your finances.
However, I do make videos for entertainment. So entertainingly, I'm going to tell you, maybe, just maybe, you need to go look into YouTube because it's not too late. And the money you put in there,
you need to go look into YouTube.
Into Bitcoin. You know, the money you put into Bitcoin, just hold it. Elon Musk bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. $1.5 billion worth
a lot of money
of Bitcoin. And he said that he's selling Teslas, that he would sell Teslas for Bitcoin, that he would not exchange it for fiat, that he was going to hold all of his Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin will be the world currency. And when it gets there, it will be worth $1 trillion+. It's going to go up that markedly over the next 10 to 20 years. It will be everything.
Dang.
So that's why I tell everybody, man, get your money in there now, because there's going to come a time not too far up the road when you won't be able to get it 0.028. You know, there's not going to be that much, I think, on hand, because people are buying it and just saving it, same as I am, just holding it back. It's the greatest store of wealth out there now.
Katie says, how would you someday cash that in?
Oh, easy. Hold tight. Okay. Go to Google and look up like so. Coinbase Pro. Now, I use Coinbase Pro like that on my computer, but if you're on a phone, you want to use it, you can get the Coinbase app. It's got a little bit of a higher fee than Coinbase Pro, but you can go there, and that's basically normally the way a person buys it in this country. Go to Coinbase Pro, add your bank, add the money from the bank that you want to put in it. Like you can go to Coinbase Pro and say, I want to put $100 in Bitcoin. Well, I could pull $100 out, put it on Coinbase, and then use that money to buy my Bitcoin, and it'll put it right there in my portfolio. Now, if I want to use that, because I got a hardware wallet, I can put that in. I can put my Bitcoin right to it and carry it with me. You know, and now if I want to cash out, like say as an example, I put 58,000 in, you know, and I bought a Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin shoots up to 100,000, and that's double my money. Well, I can take that Bitcoin right there on Coinbase Pro. I can withdraw it into United States dollars. That would give me 100,000, and then just send that right back to my bank. I mean, you could cash out anytime you want.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, you go on there, there's your money, and you can like click on it just like it's a bank. It's identical like to a bank. You can click on that. You can withdraw it. You can put more money, buy more, sell it. Say, as an example, I bought Ethereum, and that's the one right under Bitcoin. Well, right now it's worth like $2,000 per Ethereum coin. So, but it went up from 700 just a couple months ago up to 2,100. You know, like doubled where it was at. Now, if I put money into that, like say I bought an Ethereum and it goes up to 4,000, well, I can take that and I can click on Ethereum and I can withdraw, but I can get that out in whatever I want, United States dollars, or I can change the amount that it's worth into Bitcoin and add to my Bitcoin. You know, it's just taking one trade and slicing it, putting it into another, you know, just like that. So I use the other altcoins, which is what all of the others are called under Bitcoin. And you can watch them because there'll be some of them, seriously, like you can buy a whole coin for like 2 cents. You know, a coin for 2 cents. But if it goes up to 50 cents and you had 1,000, you see where I'm at. You just made a lot of money. So a lot of people are using the little altcoins to make bigger money that then they can then recycle right back into Bitcoin. You see, once they make the money, then they put it in their wealth save. You know, Bitcoin.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can. And I'm not. Hold on. Yeah, you can. And I'm not really that familiar. I know that when I started, I thought, okay, the one thing I don't want to do is go to a wrong website where I'm paying huge and had no knowledge of it, you know, and fees. So I went on to find the cheapest way to go on and buy Bitcoin and manage it. And online, I mean, a lot of people were saying go to Coinbase Pro. It's one of the lighter ones in fees. I don't know about Cash App, but I've heard about it. It's probably really good as well. So is Coinbase, just the regular app on the phone. People use that. There's a lot of ways to, but man, see, if I was editing right there, I'd have a butt show up. But the one thing, I mean, like you can buy Bitcoin on PayPal. But when you buy Bitcoin on PayPal, you can't take it out. You have to spend it. You see where I'm at? You can buy the Bitcoin to spend, but you can never pull that out.
Right.
You see where I'm at? That's why if you buy it like that on the thing, then you can pull it out. But when you buy it on PayPal, you can't just pull it out.
Bogey was saying how profitable is mining. Well, not very. I mean, I wouldn't say it's anymore. Not with the way the world is changing. I mean, gold and silver. What are you mining? I mean, you could mine other things.
He's talking specifically about Bitcoin.
And mining?
Yes, I know. Sit down. You already sit down. Okay.
Stand up and sit back down, dude.
Yeah, stand up, sit down. Let me tell you about this. You know, I went. Well, you know Devin Berry.
Yeah.
I went over there. They was there, and that's been probably about a month ago. And I asked Barry if he had heard about it because I hadn't really put anything into it, but I was at that time a few days into looking and was pretty excited about it. You know, I'm like, holy crap, man! Why didn't I get on this at the beginning when it was 2 Bitcoins for a penny? Holy shit! If I would have put 2,000 in right now, I'd be like, I'd own a Lamborghini. You know, it would have been pretty ridiculous. So I asked him about that, man, what his thoughts on Bitcoin was, and he's like, well, he goes, I had a friend. He was mining Bitcoin, and I'm like, what? No, Bitcoin. Yeah. He goes, well, yeah, he was like getting these old computers setting up like a server where you could mine it because you could get, and I'm all like, okay, go on. Yeah. Okay. It's ringing a bell. I've heard about this, I think. Well, they go on to these, I believe, and again, don't quote me because I know very little on this. I mean, aside of what they say, but you go on to these applications, I think. And it like uses your server or something like that. And like you make $30 a day in Bitcoin. But if you think $30 a day over 30 days, what that would give you in a month's time, you know, HR.
Yep. The computer genius.
I asked him, man, I'm like, Bitcoin, are you into it? And he's like, dude, he's like, yeah, I have been for a long time, this and that and the other. He's like, I had a bunch of mining. He goes, and I thought I had them all down. He goes, but I still got one in the basement mining, making them. So you know, he's got Bitcoin going. And the only thing that I know here, because I'm a person that's hard to talk to like that, it takes me a million times till I get the hint of, hey, maybe I should go look into that. I got to hear it so many times till it just rings a bell that, yeah, all right, yeah, go, you know.
Yeah.
And it bothers me because had I have really done this back in, say, November of last year, I would have been way ahead of the game right now. That stuff was like under 20,000 per Bitcoin, man. I could have threw some money. Same amount that I've thrown in now and owned over, like I would own like 1/5 of a Bitcoin right now. You know, just doing the same thing as I've done from then. I would put my money back into that back then. Yeah. Right now, I'd be sitting on top of the world. But again, it's not too late, man, because the market's in fluctuation. You know, it goes up, it goes down, but it just continually going up. It's always been in an uptrend.
Right.
So it's not ground level, but man, yeah, you can still get in, put money in there, and it's going to grow. And I do not see Bitcoin going away. I see it literally taking over, like literally, like banks, Visa, PayPal. I mean, everybody started, you know, everybody that was talking bad about it now owns Bitcoin. You know, Adam Schiff, I mean, he's one. I mean, like I say, there was a couple of the stock people that was on there. Oh, yeah, I think Bitcoin's just kind of a scam, maybe. Like, they get out and go buy like 3 million in Bitcoin. Well, I kind of added Bitcoin to my portfolio. Like, yeah, I bet you did. You know, because yeah, Bitcoin ain't going away. It really is. It's in the takeover phase. So, like any money, I feel, you know, don't take it to the bank. But I mean, I feel that if you put money in Bitcoin, it's very safe. That's why it's a well safe. You know, right there. That's why you put your money in it. It's doing better than gold. Way better than gold. I mean, think about it. Where can you put your money that where it's going to double in like 2 months? You can't. You know, I mean, and if you could, let me ask you, how messed up would you have to be not to have your money there? You know, the guy ain't sitting there playing a Ponzi scheme where he's going to take it. I mean, you know, there is 21 million Bitcoin. That's it. That's the cap. That's what it was created to be. 21 million can't be put up, you know, drawn above that. Now, 3 million, true story, I do believe. I do believe. A guy got into buying Bitcoin pretty much as it was coming out and getting kind of popular. He was mining, putting his money into Bitcoin on his computer, right? Mm-hmm. Never knowing that it was going to go up to what it was. Now he has that old computer, and I forget what the thing is like on getting it out because he's got his passphrase and all that for his Bitcoin, right? Mm-hmm. And he's tried 2 of his 3, and he only has 1 attempt left. And if he does not get it right, he will lose 3 million Bitcoin, and each Bitcoin is worth like basically $60,000.
Holy shit!
Yeah, think about that. There is one key word that separates you from being a bazillionaire. I'd say, get me any help you can. Anybody that can make this happen, I'll give you half of it, man. Fuck half. I don't want to lose. I'll give you 49%.
49%.
Not taking
that way. I have the 51%. The final say.
No, wait. Let's see. 3. God, man, dude, that would be like somewhere in an area of close to like what, $175 billion.
That's a lot.
3 million times 60,000
is a
with
lot.
1,000 million being a billion. Yeah, that's like Bill Gates' cat with money. It is, man. That's Bill Gates' money right there. 100 and some billion. You know, I'll tell you. Oh, no. Katie, it is not illegal. Banks are now, starting to take Bitcoin, Visa, PayPal. There was a lot of, it's called FUD, and I forget what the terminology is. It's like fear, uncertainty, and doubt. You know, it's what the media kind of projects. It's what people say, but they're doing that because they want to get their money into Bitcoin while it's still low. That's the reason. Now, it's not illegal at all. I mean, Bitcoin is a form of cryptocurrency, internet money. It is not illegal, but I mean, like, seriously, you know, and that's what I tell people, because I'm not a good explainer, especially on something that I've just gotten into, you know, where I'm at. But if you go look it up, if you go look at the facts, the figures, and this and that, you will see what I saw identically. I mean, Bitcoin is a good place to have your money.
Yeah.
Now, with this right here, I don't really know. I know that they say you got to have a real good processor, you know, to mine, or you should have. And it depends on how many you got set up with your internet speed. I mean, some people, because that is where the rest of Bitcoin's coming from right now, is mining. And I think that they're doing something like 900 a week. The last Bitcoin cannot be taken out until 2140.
Wow.
That is when the last Bitcoin will be mined, is in 2140. That gives us 120 years till Bitcoin is full. The 21 million are in circulation. And that's probably minus that guy's 3 million. You know?
Yeah.
That he lost. I don't think that's ever coming back. So we would figure that there would be 18 million Bitcoin. And that's minus anybody else's losses. I mean, anybody that would lose it like that, it would also be gone. It would be there, but it would just not be worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, the way I understand it, the people that are mining generally, I mean, if you got a good server, they make $30 worth of Bitcoin a day, but over a month, you know, you're making like $900. You know, somewhere in that neighborhood of Bitcoin over a month. So seems worthy to me. That's about what I'm putting into it. And that's coming out of money, man. That ain't just sitting here with the computer running. Man, my computer's running all the time and it ain't making me nothing like that.
If you think it's costing money.
If it was, I'd have more computers. I'd have a bunch more. I'd have every computer ever in here. And someone said, well, what if the computers went out? I said, well, if the computers went out, firstly, there wouldn't be $1. You couldn't spend any money because registers wouldn't work. You couldn't use a fucking credit card. But while the dollar would go away, because there would be no dollar after all the computers came back on, Bitcoin would still be right there on the computer once it was reestablished. I still have mine. Yeah. I mean, you know, all of your big servers like that are held from like an EMP. You know, it's just like the underground ones. Now, I mean, the ones that weren't like protected, like, and again, that's not like at a direct hit, but at any distance away, I mean, they'd all be safe. It wouldn't burn them.
Yeah.
Betty. Betty. How you doing, man? I was talking about Bitcoin. Well, Ivy Rose is saying she is not a financial advisor. Good job, baby. You can get sued for telling people what to do with their money. Did you know that? They can hold you for that, man. You need to buy Bitcoin. I bought Bitcoin, man. I didn't like it. I'm suing him. Are you a financial advisor? Well, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Can you prove? Well, I told that person to buy Bitcoin, didn't I?
I advise them to do this with their finances.
Yes, I'm advising. Yeah, I see. That's what I ain't going to do that because I'll say shit, man, just messing around. You know, they'll be like, that's it. You're out here.
You're gone, dude.
Yeah. I got like all of my videos, man, like recorded. So I can just throw them back up. You know, after I'm done with this one, I'll have it recorded, man. Ready to go up. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it is good to be here. I mean, it's really good to be on there, man. See everybody. I was telling Ange, man, I'm like, yeah, I miss making videos because, you know, I miss having the chat, you know, and just talk.
Yeah,
it's good. Who's that?
It's It's me. I just pulled up my other screen. Man, I was going to show you a clip of a video that I'm working on.
Okay.
For I was telling everybody about it on my channel the other day. So I went to Story, Indiana, which is population 3. Literally, dude, like
man, woman, and their doggy.
Yeah, dude, crazy place. They work on the old trade and barter system pretty much. But there's a hotel there. It's like an old inn, but like essentially you can go rent this town. You know, like they've got cabins and stuff like that. They got an inn that's a grocery store. They got a bar downstairs with a restaurant. But essentially, like, say you wanted to hold a party there, a wedding or whatever it was.
Yeah.
They got a big barn out back that you could have a wedding in. You could have like a family reunion, but you get access to this hotel. There's all sorts of different stuff there. And it's like, I mean, you can really rent this whole town. And it's just a tiny little town way out in the middle of nowhere. But the place is supposedly haunted. And so I went there and met with the people and did some interviews and stuff like that. But I've got a clip, an intro clip to it. It's like a minute. That's 2 minutes long. But just some clips of the place, kind of give you a glimpse of what I'm going to be airing on my channel soon if you want to see it.
All right.
All right. Here we go. What's going on, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or wherever the hell you're watching from? I'm Anthony Greeno, and today on True Crime Investigates, we're bringing you the story of Story, Indiana. Cool, huh?
Yeah, way, man. I like the way you did that beginning too.
Yeah, dude, that's drone. That's my drone footage right there in that too, man. I went out there and flew that thing around. Yeah, it's really, really cool, dude. So that building right there, that building is just like really, really. That is the inn, and it's like old school, man. It's like this town of Story is named after this doctor from the 1800s. It was like this guy, like President Millard Fillmore, the 15th president, signed the land grant for the deed at that whole property. Yeah, it's really cool, man. The town's got a lot of history. It's like, dude, and I'm talking about like they really lived like the 1800s, man. I mean, when I was sitting there, two dudes rode up on a horseback, tied their horses up at the hitch, jumped off, went inside, had a drink at the saloon, and then went out, jumped on their horses and rode off into the woods. Okay,
let me rephrase that, and I'll add my own embellishments. You guys come riding up on horseback, hopped off, said they was there to lynch him or Green, ran in, grabbed the guy, took off. Swear it. Next day, you know the story.
Yeah, dude, really, really cool place. Interesting place.
Man, is that video still up? That you
Which one? Yeah, yes, it is.
Is that on WKAT?
It's probably on both.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've shown it several times. Like, man, watch this. You know,
Yeah.
because I know every once in a while you get a whole bunch of new subscribers and you're like, man, watch this video.
Yeah.
You know, and you get them to see that stuff. And it's like, holy cow.
The only unsolved murders in Carroll County, Luella Mabbitt and the other two. That's it.
Yep.
That is it. They do not know who killed Luella Mabbitt or if she was even dead, man.
Yeah.
You know, they don't really know. And I mean, like they never say that, but that is the truth. He never went to court. He was never convicted, and they don't even know if the remains in Lafayette are hers.
I know. We went there. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's a place. There's a dude on here that's Stories from the Stone. His name's it's Joseph. So he goes around and like films graves, celebrities' graves, and different things like that, and finds cool graves and stuff. So man, that'd be something that he's really interested in. Actually, you met him at the memorial walk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people there, so I know it's hard to remember who's who. But yeah, you did meet him there. But that's what he does for his YouTube channel and on Facebook Live and stuff. But man, to get him to go there and try to, because he could find it, be like, look, dude, we need you to go and find this grave and take a lot of video footage of it and just, you know, see what you can dig up on this. You know, see what you can dig up on these people and just kind of see what he does, how he comes up with it. Because I know that you went to that. Who was it? Was it Brumball? No, not Brumball.
No, I think you're right.
Was it Brumball?
Yeah, I think that because you was with me, wasn't you? And then we was with who? Kenny?
No, Danny.
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 No,
Danny.
right.
Danny. Yeah, Kenny.
Okay, Danny, Kenny. You know,
same thing.
Yeah, it's the same area code. You know what I mean. You know why I'm getting that. But yeah, we went over there because we was looking for Brumball because Emma Green's younger brother had murdered him.
Yeah,
that's what was stated. But and this is my take on it because I'm looking back at this as 1860s common law right there. That's the law of the land, common law. Well, when you got somebody that hit you right in the mouth, just bam, knocks you out, and you're walking up the road, you have a pistol, they stop and they come back toward you, and you say, man, you fire at their feet and say, look, if you come further at me, I'm going to shoot and kill you. And then they continue toward you and you kill them. That's called you told them and they was asking for it. Now, how do you have to do 25 years for that? And that's
corruption.
And
Dennis, the Randalls.
He went to Michigan City and did 25 years. Don't know if you knew that.
That's because
25 years for that.
Dude, that's because great granddaddy Randall was sheriff.
Randall.
great granddaddy Randall.
Randall Green. We remember him.
Randall. Man, dude. Yeah. That's why Ryan reached out. Because he was one of those inmates and they're starving.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Was it at the same time?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, holy
that
crap.
Was
okay.
The Randall era.
Oh, man, that was probably the only time he had been in jail. He probably just thinks that's how it is. And some jails ain't that bad.
Yeah, he was in a bad spot, dude. It's like, whoa, man, I'm in here with Amish dudes and all sorts of shit.
Amish dudes, and I get like a honey bun and tang. What the hell?
We're starving to death.
I'm losing weight and ain't got any.
Yeah. Starving to death in here. Oh my gosh. Fish sticks was the
fish sticks. Do you like fish sticks? Do you?
That was the best thing in there. And they were only the size of your pinky and there was 4 of them.
I said, do you like fish sticks?
No, I know what you're getting at.
Okay. I just wanted to know. I wasn't calling you. I wasn't calling you names. It wasn't like that.
That's funny.
Yeah, Dennis brand. Man,
yeah, dude, I aired it.
I was telling Ryan yesterday about that whole ordeal. And I said, when I heard Doug Carter say blah, 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 and we'll get him and I said, I knew right then there wouldn't be another word on it, and there hadn't been. Because Randall is untouchable for whatever corrupt reason, but that little sheriff fire somebody is an untouchable.
Yeah. Yeah. I just did an update on it.
Well, yeah,
I remade that video and kind of broke it down into like the whole scenario, because a lot of people had been commenting on that old one and was like, well, you know, how do you know this dude's corrupt and stuff like that? And then I'm like,
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I'm like, dude, how do you not know he's corrupt? So I went through and I remade a whole video, and it's like an hour long, dude. But it's got like who Dennis Randall is, it links all the people to him. Okay. Who Dennis Randall is, who his wife is, what she done, what he done, what John done, what the son done. You know what I mean? And it shows all these people and how they're linked up. Okay, this person's connected to this judge who's married to this woman who was involved in this. You know what I mean? And it like just breaks it all down into this is how these people are connected. These are the things they've done.
That's really good.
Yeah, dude. That
is really good. And again, this makes me question. This makes me question. How could you go do that and make any sense of that and not even like, you know, give my guy a time of day? You know, it makes it seem like you're investigating, like really investigating. But if he was really investigating, I would find it hard to believe that you would look at my guy and go, I don't think it's him.
Yeah, I don't think it's him.
This slices of pie. Yeah. Well, you got till August 2nd. You know, you can properly change your mind when you feel like it, but it's coming down the road. You know it, same as I do.
Hey, doesn't he have a court hearing this month?
The what?
He has a court hearing this month.
Oh, does he?
You should know.
Well, I don't. I ain't been keeping up on these court hearings. I mean, like, he ain't going to be there. It'll be his lawyer.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? Right now, I figure that guy weighs 130 pounds and has a beard down to his belly button.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, he had lost so much weight and had that beard and shit on. Probably hair down to the middle of his back.
Yeah. 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 Ivy Rose, you can email me if you want to ask questions about that. But I mean, anything that I would know, he would know too. So.
On what?
On Flora. She was wondering about Flora or whatever.
Well, yeah, that you are the person that I tell people. I said, if there's another person that knows the case like I do, it'd probably, well, and I mean, without TV, you know, I mean, just the case totally in general, it would be you.
Yeah. Oh,
hold on.
Amber. Okay, so it's Amber. It's actually Abner, isn't it?
No, they messed that up.
It's Amer, A-M-E-R.
A-M-E-R. And he is from Young America, Indiana, which that's just right across, you know, in Cass County. And then you go like hit 29. It's the first house. Like if you come in off of 29 and you go east going into Little Young America, his house was the first one on the right there. It still stands. But if you go back to 29 from where he lived and then go south, it hits Country Road 100, make a right. That's where Llewellyn Abbott lived.
Yeah.
But it's Amer Green, and they buried him as Abner Green. They messed up because Mike Griffey said, I thought I found it, but it says Abner, but the dates are right. And I said, that's exactly what we found. But I mean, that's where he wanted to be buried, was right there where his sister was in that cemetery. And, you know, with the dates and all that, especially that, you know, if he died on that date and they buried him Abner, that's their bad. Because, I mean, that's where he wanted to be buried. That's exactly one of his last words. He wanted to be buried there.
God, that's crazy. Dude's sitting there like, yeah, I'm getting ready to die, dude. Let's get on with it.
Yeah. It's like, man, you ain't going to let me go. You guys came to kill me. You know, get to your business.
Let's do it,
dude.
Let's
Come
do
on.
it. Pussies.
Yeah. Flipping babies. I would have hung you 5 times already, you baby bitches.
Just talking it up, dude.
Just talking shit. You son of a bitch. You listen to me. Hit the horse, man. Hit that so fast. Fire bullets. I don't care. Let's hang him.
That's crazy, dude. I couldn't imagine. Can you imagine being there and seeing that? Like, that's right there, dude. You know what I mean?
Right
just
there.
like that's right there. And you know what I'm talking about. Like,
well, you know, you could have got
just
popcorn and went to my dad's front porch. And you would have had a front row seat, man.
been like, wow.
Move out of the way. I can't see him.
I can't see him.
I can't see him. He ain't got him high enough. Do all these people say.
Look out the window the next day. Yep, he's still there.
Yeah, he's still hanging out.
He's hanging out, dude.
Got his hat on, having fun.
Got his hat on.
They put his hat on him, dude. He lost that. They went up there and put it on him for the picture, man.
I know,
the
that's
picture,
crazy.
They put it on him. Like, yeah, that's so wrong. What the hell? Yeah, and Donnie asked me, I think it was Donnie asked me if he was related to Amber.
Amber Green. Everyone gets that. Everyone takes it as I'm related to Amber Green. That's not the case.
No,
it's the other way around. The victim,
Luella Mabbitt.
Luella Mabbitt. Yep.
And that's what's weird is because when I was telling you about this, you're like, wait, what? Huh? And I'm like, yeah. And you're all like, oh, wait. And I'm like, yeah, look, dude. And we sitting here, and then you're like, well, I'm related to Mabbitts.
Yeah, dude. And they came pick me up.
And picked you up that day. And
yeah.
Without you even knowing, there they were. And I was like, holy shit. That's weird as hell.
That was weird, dude.
And then you went and asked him, and who was it that knew of it?
My aunt Lana. Yeah. She was like, oh yeah, I've known about that, but I mean, it's really, that's old. And I'm like, yeah, but
history now.
I didn't know about. Why didn't anybody tell me about this? Well, because there's a lot of questions, and nobody really knows what happened. And I'm like, yeah, but someone needs to know. We need to find out.
Exactly.
We need to know.
And how would we do that?
What do you mean?
How could we go about setting to get to the knowledge part of the equation?
Exhuming that body.
Yep.
Exhuming that body of her, supposedly.
Yeah, because the doctor said it was her, and 55 dentists said that was a 55-year-old tobacco chewing man.
Male. Based on the teeth. Yep.
And and that's why the remains aren't buried at the plot there in Sharon, Indiana, up the road.
Mm-hmm.
All the rest of them are. She is, or that the remains aren't, because Mr. Mabbitt didn't feel it was his daughter.
Yeah, dude, that's a really good one. I mean, that's something that we could really pry into and probably get that body exhumed. With the testing of the DNA and just a confirmation to say, look, this is direct descendants or relatives of, and these are the only known in the area. We want this body exhumed because of these reasons.
Yes.
We want to know the truth. Is this, in fact, the body of this girl? Because if it's not, then that raises question as to, number one, where is she? Did she really get off that train one day and disappeared, after she was so-called dead? And was an innocent man, broke out of jail and hung?
Broke out of jail because the remains that were found were not of a dead Luella Mabbitt.
You're right.
It was another person. Now, and that goes back to why he was in court. Well, if he did not kill her, then you see where I'm at, and they found other remains. Well, then we could honestly say, well, they may have hung the wrong guy. Totally.
Yeah.
They may have did that. I mean, all the way up to when they hung him, he said, she ain't dead. I mean, I can tell you where she's at. Yeah. And he told him. They hung him.
Yeah, we need to get Michael Griffey up here, man.
You know what? He said that he would do another show when he got up to Delphi. I need to reach him.
Yeah, dude, tell him, say, Michael, we want to get this body exhumed and we want to find the truth.
Well, he said to reach the ID channel.
Investigation Discovery?
Yeah.
You know what? That might not be a bad idea.
Because if they would come and do that, dude, I mean, think about it. Right now, especially with this trial looming August 2nd, that shouldn't take too long. Right now would be the time to really pull up the other unsolved murder, and bring that to the forefront, because then that would kind of really, I don't know, it would bring more exuberance to the whole. People will go like, wow, man, Delphi is like really the murder capital, isn't it?
It's turning into it, isn't it?
Not really. It ain't. No. It's really a bunch of people.
It's just the unsolved murder capital. That's what it is.
It's Carroll County murder capital. I'll give you that. You still see people outside the Delphi dropping out.
Man.
Well, no, wait. There was one in Florida. Am I wrong?
No, well, fires.
Girls too, but wasn't there a murder of a younger lady here a while back?
Oh, well, no, remember she killed herself.
No, not that. I was thinking that there was another one. And then you got this one right out here, dude. I didn't realize how close it was to my house.
Oh, the one right up the road towards Roscoe's?
Right on the other side of Burlington. There it is.
Yeah.
And I seen that, and I asked my brother, I says, he's like, yeah. And I'm like, holy crap, I didn't think it was like, a 20-minute walk from me.
Yeah, dude. That's why I remember I wrote you a letter and was like, dude, this is right in your area because I seen it in a newspaper front page. I'm like, dude, this is you all day.
Yeah.
You could be there in just a minute.
Yeah. You could have filmed him committing it if you wanted to. Setting the house on fire the whole nine. Could have had him. Didn't.
Yeah. But anyway, man, I gotta jump off here, dude. I gotta prepare for my live stream. Gotta get all some stuff ready. So
you have a live stream at 8 o'clock tonight?
8:00 p.m.
On True Crime Investigates?
It's on my yeah, it's on True Crime Investigates. Yeah. Yep. And it's on today I'm doing a giveaway. I've got some stuff to give away. It's Easter, and I've also got to do my ancestry DNA kit.
So, what? No, don't do that.
Huh?
Why are you doing that?
I'm doing it.
Why?
YouTube bought it for me.
Yeah. You know that your shit goes in there.
Yeah, I don't care.
Where it can be. Yeah, see, I do.
You have to opt in. They changed all the.
I don't opt in. I tell them that shit in their ass. That's exactly what I do. I'm like, no, you ain't getting my DNA. That shit belongs to me. If you want my DNA, you will pay me for my DNA. Period. I'm not paying you to take my DNA. No. Let me answer this here real quick.
Okay. Wait, about Barry Scheck?
Yeah, and maybe on that. Michael, why is Barry Scheck not doing any more shouting about TV? He's gone very quiet about that matter.
I think he got shut down pretty much.
I think the reason, and it's kind of like this. Now, he brought forward, and I kind of believe what Barry Scheck says. I mean, he wouldn't be that great of a lawyer, like on O.J. Simpson and the like, if he wasn't a great lawyer. Now, down there with Susan Collins at that base in Tennessee, they had the underwear that belonged to a suspect. Now, they never tested that against the DNA of Smedley Alley. And he says, and I'm quoting, that TJB was at that base at that time. Now, if he was at that base at that time, and the brutality of the murder, that to me, that says all day long, yeah, he did it.
Well, he got a call from Missouri saying, hey, we got a guy here that could be a serial killer of this case. So the authorities reached out to him and told him that.
Whoa. That may be. But here's the thing. If you are a cop and you are working a case, I don't think that you can go discuss that case to other people concerning another case. I think that would have to go to the higher ups.
Right.
I mean, you see where I'm at? I don't think it was just the cop that had called. I think that they may have called because, look, the FBI had already gotten his DNA. I think that they were informed of other cases that he may have been involved in. I think that may have been what led to that. Because, look, man, Susan Collins, and you look at what was done, man, dude, that was just bad. That was a brutal dude.
Yeah, that was horrible.
And that kind of brutality right there, that's Thomas Burris. That's him. He's a sadistic bastard like that.
Yeah, that's insane.
You look at any case he did, man. He is very brutal, very, very ugly. So I think that the reason is because when they brought that up, and you got to understand that Smedley Alley was convicted, sentenced to death, and I believe that he was executed in 2006, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
So that case is closed. I mean, they already convicted and passed the judgment along. Now, for somebody else to come up and say, well, we think you got the wrong guy. Well, that case is closed. We can't just pull out this evidence to go throw it at somebody else. You see where I'm at?
And that's the thing is they're part of the state's argument was that the only person that can challenge that is the person that's up for execution, and he's already been executed. So how's he going to challenge that? And it's like, yeah, but,
Yeah. But, I didn't think that they would anyway, because if they did and they found out they was wrong, they'd be owing, I don't even know how many millions of dollars out.
A lot, yeah.
And then would they execute the next guy? No, that would become the flag of why we can't execute people.
Yeah.
And that's the ugliness. So if it was up to me on that, I'd like to see the feds take over. That way they can try for all of them in one show rather than going state to state to state, because Delphi would be last on that list.
Yeah.
They'd be almost dead last. And we wouldn't see him in a Carroll County court for God knows 10 years plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is coming. And I feel, I mean, it's just my thoughts here, but I think it's August 2nd. You got 2 women that were right there, you know, that can testify. It ain't going to take long to convict him, and it doesn't matter to me what they give him. If they give him life without parole, it doesn't matter. He's never going to see daylight.
No, he's hit.
You know, but once he's hit down there and convicted, then the states can go talk to him. That's when you'll start, you know, when they file charges, they'll file all at once, all at one time, because they'll all be down there. Even Chris Swanson's going down there.
Is he really?
You didn't hear that?
Yeah. No, I didn't know that he was going to go down there for the trial.
Oh, no. Down to talk to him.
Oh.
You know, I told him, he says, well, I'm going to take your tip. He goes, I'll go down there and talk to him. I said, I don't think you're just going to go down there and talk to him. He's like, I'm the
sheriff. I'm Chris.
That's what he said. I'm a sheriff. I'll go down and talk to him if I want to. Don't you remember Daniel Nationsville? You know, then he's all like, well, I'm going to go down. I'll let you know. So, okay. Well, let me know. And they didn't go down there and talk to him because they weren't going to let him talk to him. That's the reason. But he'll go down and talk to him. Ann Pates, Mary Pryor. I was going to go talk to him. Indiana.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably, I feel that there would be more in Missouri, like the East St. Louis serial killer.
Missouri and Illinois.
You know, I think that there may be some through that area, and totally California and various other places he may have traveled, like small parks. I think that he had a kind of a connection to small parks as far as like waiting, you know, to prey on someone. It's just kind of seemed like what he was about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They executed Smedley Alley, and that was in, I think, 2006 when they killed him. And I go back to what Thomas Bruce wrote to the editor of the newspaper down there, that he hated to see people die even for a heinous crime. And I'm like, he's probably saying that because somebody else got the judgment for something that he did. You see where I'm at? Somebody else paid the price for what he done, you know, and he didn't like that because he wanted it to be thought of as an unknown serial killer that did that, where they could tie in all these others that he did. You see where I'm at? I think it's kind of a serial killer wanting to be known.
That's
wanting to be known as a serial killer, like BTK. You know, like these people that reach the cops. What's his name? Fort Wayne. Smith.
Oh, no, Miller. John Miller.
Miller. Yeah, John D. Miller. You don't like that because these serial killers, man, they want to be known that I did this, but they don't want you to know who did it. You see,
they want you to know that it's the same person doing it.
He did was probably a pisser to him.
Yeah.
Do what?
Yeah. They want you to know who did it, or they want you to know that it's all linked. Like, yeah, these are all one person's work, and he's out there, you know.
Well, let me ask you. I mean, does it not make sense? Because he knew. He was already in the full-blown know that his DNA and fingerprints couldn't get him caught. Yeah. I mean, he had left him at both crimes in Michigan. DNA and fingerprints. He didn't care. He knew that they weren't in the thing to be caught. That's why at Delphi, when they had the DNA, knew they had DNA, at their first year, I'm like, they got fingerprints. I mean, that's the only thing that can explain Trooper Kim Riley's comment. I said, they got to have fingerprints, so they wouldn't know that he'd never committed it or never been caught committing a crime. So that's the only thing that would give it away. What they do, they came out. Well, yeah, we might have latent fingerprints. Oh, the kind that matched in St. Louis. Yeah. And it goes right back to that. The fingerprints nailed him. I mean, when he got arrested, that's what did him in. That's why they knew. That's why I connected him to Delphi right away. Mm-hmm. So anyway,
man, yeah, I gotta roll out, dude.
I'm going to be heading out here. I wanted to stop by, say hello to everybody, wish everybody a very happy Easter, and you too.
Yeah, man, happy Easter, everybody over here.
Happy Easter. Yeah. Jesus came back today on Easter Sunday. He said, "This place ain't gonna hold me. I'm the Savior, and I'm out here going back, heading back home."
All right, man. I'm
All
out,
right,
dude.
say your stuff.
On that note, everybody,
Hold
I'm
on,
Anthony.
wait. He said, "Take care, Anthony." All right,
Oh,
good.
hey, thanks, Katie. On that note, everybody, I'm Anthony Greeno from True Crime Investigates. Keep it Southern style, y'all.
Out of the park.
Later, dude.
Peace. All right, everyone. This has been Michael. I don't know. We'll just call me Katt. And I'm asking you, if you do not know about Bitcoin, do yourself a very huge favor, and go look into it. Don't look at one place. Don't look at two places. Go look into it. Look up the facts, the statistics. Look it all up. You'll be as happy as I was. And you will know, the same as I do, that the sun comes up in the morning, because it's a friendly reminder from God that you have another day to go buy Bitcoin. I'll see you in my next video, everybody. Peace.